We back with some more Wish Me Well, baby. The weapon building, spellcrafting roguelike that you guys enjoyed a lot from when I played it about 6 months ago on the channel. It's gone into early access now, and I just purchased a copy of the game. It's like $5 or $6 or something right now, and it's a pretty fun game. It's also pretty hard. So I've unlocked some progress. There's not a whole bunch of meta progression here, but what you can see is the ability to upgrade a few things as you gain points from killing bosses and going through levels, and you get, you know, some extra max mana and things of that nature. You also get to unlock these different classes. Like, for instance, I have yet to unlock this class, which you need 20 damage in one run to do, and I have not done that yet. The classic, which I believe I played in the demo, is just a simple energy sphere spell with a trigger and an energy sphere after that. The trigger is just next, and there's a bunch of different building mechanisms that you'll see here, but we're going to take Berserk today, which is energy shards that give 3 quick projectiles and a bigger spread with lower damage. So it's kind of like a rapid fire shotgun, and there's a split modifier that we get. This is also customizable. And then we have a passive of moving 20% faster and reload faster. Increase projectile speed by 50% and spread by 15 degrees. So what that ends up looking like is this. And if you go into the inventory screen, you'll see that you have your projectile spell, and then you have a spot with multipliers. Now, you see some extra slots here. You can get some spells called triggers that trigger with abilities like this one, for instance. This is next. Immediately trigger the next spell projectile. So the way that this one is configured, if we open it up, you'll see that energy sphere, then trigger next, then energy sphere again, and you can keep chaining them. They all take different mana, like this one is 7 mana per, and if we go down to slow and steady, you'll see that this cloud projectile is 10 mana. Okay, this there's another one called Sniper. This is also 10 mana. So it's it really all depends on what you're trying to do, but I think that this is a fun build to start with. Without further ado, guys, if you enjoy content like this, make sure to give me some dap on that like button and subscribe to the channel for more daily videos. When we jump into the run, you'll see that you have a map that you can navigate through. You can teleport from room to room once you've already visited them. You can zoom into the map or zoom out, and once you go into the next room, you have monsters that spawn and you have to kill them. Big surprise, huh? Once you finish a room, you get some rewards, and after going through a series of rooms in one section of the map, you will be given a choice of upgrade paths, and you have to fight to get those as well. Also, when you get through with a room, sometimes you get this Hand of Greed, which allows you to swap things, so it's kind of like a reroll mechanic. We have an explosion modifier that takes 3 mana, explodes on hit, dealing 40% damage of the projectile in radius. That's actually pretty good. When you take a explosion modifier or any kind of modifier and stack it here, you'll see that it works with whatever the projectile is. So now when it hits, it does explosion damage, and this will end up costing me more mana, but right now I think we're okay. I do have a little bit of meta progression in max mana and in mana recharge, refill, regen. Yes, that's the word I'm looking for, regen. So yeah, it'll be interesting to see what I can build here without absolutely going broke in the mana department. And we got a size up modifier, which is very nice as well. 50% on size. Was it 50? Yes, no, it's 30% on size. So now my explosions and my energy shards are going to be bigger, I do believe. Actually, the explosions are not, but my shots are, which is interesting. I suppose, yeah, because this isn't the projectile. The modifier is not modifying the modifiers, it's modifying the projectile. Okay, let's see what we can do here. Maybe it's not as good, but we'll see how it goes. Larger can do some interesting stuff. There's a projectile called Clouds that I used in the demo playthrough, and it basically just makes a little cloud of gas where you can where enemies that pass through it damage it, and size is pretty good with there. Sharpshooter, spread minus 10 degrees, speed plus 20, damage plus 20. I mean, that's a simple upgrade that we should take as well. So we have a little bit less spread here. One of the things that has given us a lot of spread is this split multiplier. It's giving us, it's reducing damage, but it's splitting the projectiles. And then if we go into our character stat, the Berserk, it's actually increasing our spread by 15 degrees. So if we were to take this off, you would see that we would just shoot one. So if we wanted a little bit more accuracy, we could do that. But I think split is pretty fun here. Not to mention that all of these modifiers work pretty well with other projectiles too, which we'll experiment with as we go through the run. Let's see here. I think I visited everything, so we'll go ahead and teleport to this room and go to the next floor. And now we get to choose which level we have. Wisdom is stuff that upgrades your wand, like more mana regeneration, faster reload times, more max mana, things of that nature. Passives are sort of like this berserk spell this berserk ability that I have. And money is, well, just money, and we can use that at shops. I think I'm going to go with wisdom here because what I've noticed in this game is you can build some really, really interesting spells early on if you get the right drops, but you can't afford to cast them very often after that. See, right now we have laser. Now, laser is a little bit more mana expensive. And we don't have any triggers, so we can't combine anything. But if we put laser exactly what we have now, we get a little bit of a different deal. If we took split away, we have just one laser, but it still kind of spreads all over the place. So probably not ideal specifically with this character, but maybe if we can get it to trigger against something, that would be good. So hopefully we'll get some triggers here. We can always re-roll for some triggers too, but you only have a limited amount of those re-rolls. This guy explodes. You have a limited amount of those, and I'll show you when I see the next Hand of Greed. If we go into this, you'll see that I have only certain swap tokens available. I think 2 swap tokens, and it costs 1 to swap, so I don't want to swap that. We're just going to go into the next room, and we'll wait until we get a modifier or a trigger that we don't like. And there are some that I'm really not a big fan of, to tell you the truth. Also, the music seems a little bit low in comparison to the sound. Let me see if I can fix that for you guys real quick. General music volume is actually all the way up. Okay, never mind then. Never mind then. Oh, and look, I was in the stats screen when I had somebody to kill. Okay, here we go. Choose new wisdom, so we can add more projectile slots for the wand, which is interesting as we go forward. But I think mana regeneration is more important. Because projectile slots are, I'll show you in a second. I'll grab the mana regeneration, but projectile slots are these. So I only have 3. If I were to chain this to another projectile with some modifiers and chain that to another projectile with modifiers, I can only shoot a couple times and my mana would be very, very low. So another one doesn't seem to make sense right now, although it will eventually, okay? Let's go to the next area. Did we actually, this is the area that we came from, huh? Yeah. we hit everything, okay? Out of money and passives, don't get me wrong, passives are good, but you can get some really weird ones. I'm gonna go with money here because when we get to a shop, it gives us a lot of customization, and if you like build crafting like I do, then you love choices, and it gives you much more choices, okay? Much more choices. Matter of fact, I unlocked extra choices in meta progression too. Watch this. We can trigger this guy. Oh, it didn't hit anybody though. Dang it. It didn't hit anybody. That's all right. This weapon is great for rooms like this, but I will say to burst down these guys that have a lot of HP kind of sucks. There's also a healer in here. This guy, yeah, let's get rid of him. Let's get rid of him. I don't think he heals himself, which is... Ouch. Dang it, Bobby. I got hit. Barrel roll. When flying, projectile may do a barrel roll. Lifetime plus 100%. Interesting. So... with Let's just change explosion for now because we know what that looks like. Oh. Wow. Well, I gotta try it with laser here. Oh, it kind of it's somewhere in the line. That's a weird one. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna say it's not good. It's just a little bit weird. For now, I think we change that out. So where the barrel roll modifier is, we're gonna use a modification token. And we ended up getting fire modifier. Has a 50% chance to set object on fire, dealing 3 damage every 0.6 seconds for 5 seconds. That is really good. Is that better than size modifier? I think so, actually. I think it is fine with size modifier, and I'm going to put energy shorts back on. So now we have explosions, we have fire, we have extra damage and less spread, and more speed, and we also have split. So yeah, that is going to be pretty good, I think. All right, let's move into the chest room. We get our money for the reward that we were promised when we signed up for this run. And now we go to this last unexplored area, and let's try to finish big. Hopefully we get a heart or something like that we can heal from. That would be nice. You can also get shield in this game, sort of like Shadow Hearts and Binding of Isaac, if you will. Longer flight, lifetime 20%. I would love a trigger spell game. I really would. I don't know. Eventually we're going to get a trigger, and I don't know if rolling modifiers into other modifiers do anything. Size up, longer flight, explosion. You know what? I guess we keep what we got, just in case we get another trigger, so we have more flexibility, because I'm not out of room yet, so I think it's fine. All right, now we can head up to the next area, which I believe is... Oh, okay, never mind. We're not at the boss yet. We can do another wisdom here. We can go to a shop. We don't have a ton of money built up yet, so I think wisdom is okay. Shop also, you can unlock the ability to heal in the shops. You can also buy hearts there sometimes, and if I'm hurting, or I'm just, or the build is just very, very poor, I'll end up doing that sometimes. Okay, first contact is interesting for a spell like laser, because you're kind of just like hitting one enemy first. It is very, very good when it hits something right away, you know. It also just gives a straight up damage boost. So I don't want to re-roll that yet. Not yet. But we really need a trigger game. Won't you hook me up? This is interesting. It's just like one thing that kept making a mess. Kept spawning like projectiles or something. All right. And as you would guess, the enemies get a little bit harder as we go. Now, I will say that the enemy variety right now is relatively small, but it still makes it a very fun game. Max mana, increased mana to 160. I think that is fine as well. And we got another projectile. Cloud! Hey, now we talking, baby. We still need a trigger, though, game. We still need a trigger. The cloud is what I was just talking about. So imagine this. All my energy shards causing clouds to produce and linger with lifetime with bigger size. Yeah, there's a lot of stuff to consider there. A lot of stuff to consider. I just need a trigger to be able to pull it off, and we're gonna try our best to get one, okay? Trying our best. I think this is boss territory though, so what I might want to do is gamble a little bit on things that I'm not using as much. We do have more swap tokens than we need, so let's swap laser out, and we do get a trigger on hit. Perfect. That's exactly what I was hoping. On hit is nice because you can get next and other triggers too, and next is good because it goes off every single time you shoot, but keep in mind that it's using mana every single time. So if we did next, it would be using the 7 plus the 3, which is 10, plus the 10, which is 20 every single time we shot. This way, if something makes contact, sort of like Echo in Magicraft, if something makes contact with this, it'll actually trigger and create the cast the spell for 10 mana, okay? Per thing's contacted. So it'll be good, especially with something like this. Close range, we can actually cast up to 5 clouds, which is very, very nice. So we're gonna take off, I think we're gonna take fire off, okay? We're gonna put our trigger in. It doesn't really matter in which one is the trigger, I don't believe. Then we add cloud. Then we modify cloud with fire cloud. We modify it with longer flight, and we modify it with size up. Okay, so we're gonna have fiery clouds that last longer, that ignite enemies. Yes, that's the idea. And first contact here, I could do maybe instead of explosions. I mean, this could also be very interesting. So first contact, I get the damage when it hits. And it explodes with the clouds. Not going to be able to tell without first shooting. And I can adjust it on the fly. So that should be interesting. I'm sorry I keep clearing my throat here. Let me just take a small sip of coffee. That way... That way we get it all out. It's the morning time here, and it's South Louisiana, so sometimes your boy gets a little bit of, you know, a gris-gris in the old pipes. All right, let's see here. We got the first boss, which is Ink Crab. Okay, Ink Crab does some interesting things. There's the clouds, y'all. There's the clouds, but look your boy's mana. Actually, it's holding up. It's holding up. This is a very, very strong build so far. Clouds be doing some stuff. Can you see the explosions from the clouds too? I mean, ouch. Oh, crap. Whoops. Okay, we're out of mana. So let's wait a little bit. Ooh, it got me on the way back. Okay, I told you I wasn't the greatest at this game. I wasn't the greatest at this game. That's all right, though. Lots of bullets, lots of bullets. Shh. All right, I am gonna win. I just don't know how graceful it's gonna be. I told you I wasn't the best at dodging in this game yet. We got a whole bunch of meta currency though, and a little bit of money, and a chest, of course. Faster and harder. Increased knockback depending on how fast it's moving. I don't know if we want that. I don't know. Out of all the modifiers, that doesn't seem like a really, really good one. I think I'm gonna go to the shop here. So the shop is not just, well, it's just a shop. Like, you can just go to the shop. But I recently unlocked this, which is a healing monolith, which we can heal up to 50% of our missing health, which is good. And now we might have to spend some money on more healing with the shop. But we're gonna live, baby. We're gonna live to fight another day. And maybe we'll become so OP that it doesn't matter how bad at the game we are. Yeah, I could be doing more concentrated stuff with like less split, which might make sense for this, okay? So I could put split on this instead of explosion. And now this splits when I hit something into more clouds, but they linger and they're larger, and my energy shards still do explosions. Interesting, yeah? Let's see what's in the chest. Periodical shot triggers the next projectile perpendicularly to the fly direction every 0.7 seconds. So if it's kind of like serial in Magicraft. If the spell is in flight, periodically it's going to shoot perpendicular spells from this. So if we would change this trigger to periodical instead of on hit, You see how the clouds come up from the sides like that? That's basically what it does, okay? Basically what it does, it'll just make it. That's not necessarily what we want right now. We'll change it to on hit. It might actually be good with cloud, though. It might be good with cloud, because if we have something else, like another cloud, for instance, it could do periodical shots with the clouds. I don't know how this would work, but we need another projectile to even see. So I do think faster and harder is not necessary here. It's a plus spell, which is interesting. I don't know if we get a plus spell. Yeah, plus items can't be swapped. So yeah, this is, I don't know, it's interesting. I don't think I want it, but it is cool that we got a plus item. You can upgrade in this game as well. When you go to certain rooms, you have the chance to upgrade. And basically, you need 2 of the same spell in order to make it a plus spell. Not 3 like in Magicraft. There are some homing abilities in this game and stuff too, which you'll see over time. And it's very, very nice to have those, especially with a weapon like this. Okay, boomerang is really, really cool. Steers back to the player, doesn't work with laser. Okay. Lifetime plus 100%, speed plus 50. What if, instead of longer flight, we did boomerang for these clouds? Yeah, we wouldn't know until then. Just out of curiosity, let me move the boomerang here and just see what it looks like. Yeah, it's kind of cool, man. Kind of cool. Kind of gives you a behind the back deal. But yeah, that's not what we're going to do yet. Okay, I think we're fine with this. Let's go with... This is the shop. We might get some extra money if we go in here first. So we'll go in here first. Yeah, the clouds on the spread, very, very good right here. Very good. New kind of enemy here. New enemy. I tell you what, you gotta shoot a lot sometimes to, with this spread, dude. I missed him 37 times and hit him twice. All right. So you can trash spells here for some max mana and stuff too. So that's an interesting thing that I unlocked a little while back. We can get a full heart, and we can also get another split modifier. This is split plus. It costs 56. We only have 58. We really, really have to look at this carefully. Energy sphere, which is the starting spell that we could have started with on that other one. Trigger on hit is also good. Size up modifier and longer flight. All of these are kind of great. But man, split plus. Split into 3 projectiles, each part dealing 50% damage, and every next projectile also has reduced damage. This is just split, which is splits into 2 projectiles dealing 75% damage. 3 dealing 50. It adds more projectiles, but it's roughly the same. Also, split modifier is 8 mana, and this is 5 mana. So it would cost more to use. It is very good, don't get me wrong, but I think it's smarter to spend our money on another heart. This one heals 1 health point. This one heals 2 health points, which I'm guessing it's a half a heart. Yeah. So this is a half a heart. This is a full heart. We probably all want to go with the full heart. That's 20. So we can still buy one of these. And I'm guessing, I mean, we could get energy projectile. Do we want that though? I think trigger on hit is also very good for the cloud deal. I think trigger on hit is very good for that. Let's do that and the heart. Okay, now even though we can re-roll some of this stuff, what does faster hoarder sell for? We would get 10 here. For faster and hoarder, we actually get 20. We could buy something else if we wanted it to, which another size up is very interesting as well. It is very interesting as well. Let's sell faster and hoarder. We can't re-roll that or anything anyway. Periodical shot, I think we're also going to get rid of. Okay, we're getting max mana for these too. Longer flight, I think I want to keep. And then on hit is going to go for another projectile here. So now that I have 38 mana again, I can get another deal. And I might want to do size, or I might want to save my money a little bit. Yeah, I think I'm going to save my money because I'm getting to the point to where I'll still be able to re-roll some spells that I get. And now that I got some extra max mana, that's probably pretty good. Okay, let's go here. And we're just going to go into the next area. Now, I can upgrade a scroll by merging two identical scrolls, which I don't have. I can upgrade my wand, or I could get some more money. I think I'm going to do wisdom here. I think I'm going to do wisdom. I do like upgrades, but I don't have anything that I want to combine right now. I could have combined on hit, but I want on hit for the next one anyway. So it's one of those things we want to just make sure we have enough mana to cast our spells as much as we want. That was stupid damage, but I didn't expect it to be that particular enemy. Okay, it'd be nice if I could hit him. Please, please. There we go. All right. Ink detector is a trigger. We can definitely swap that out. So triggers the next projectile after hitting something is on hit. Ink detector is trigger the next projectile after detecting 3 enemies in 5-meter radius. Can trigger every 0.5 seconds. I have not used this a whole bunch, and to be perfectly honest with you, I would rather have a projectile here. So we're gonna swap it, and we get laser. Okay, it's gonna be very expensive on the mana, but it could still be very good. So instead of boomerang, actually boomerang can't work on the laser, so maybe that's a deal. Longer flight is okay instead of the boomerang, but size up. I want the clouds to be bigger, so maybe the split is better for the laser. So right now we do trigger on hit, then we do laser, and we modify that with split. Let's try that, guys. Let's try that. So now we have on hit, on hit. So when this hits, the clouds form, and when the clouds hit, it shoots the lasers, which are split. Maybe that's pretty fun. That's pretty fun. That's a pretty fun interaction. Let's see where we at. I think we go just this way. And let's see how this does, and if we can afford it mana-wise. Oh yeah, it's shooting lasers. It's shooting a lot of lasers. It's also taking all of the mana. Cool. Yeah, maybe we do this a little bit differently, guys. Cool. Yeah, it's taken wow. It's taken way too much mana. We might want to change this up a little bit. We might want to change it up. I do love the cloud interaction with any sort of a lingering cloud action with any sort of projectile. Ooh, a full shield. Thank you. So let's look at this. Let's look at it. We do like the way that the clouds are set up right now. What if energy shards were a little bit different? What if we had laser here instead? Okay, so laser fires now. It's basically a single laser. We don't have that much spread to it. Then on hit, it produces that cloud. And then if the cloud hits, the energy shards. Actually, I think we want to do this. And let's just swap all of this now. So cloud has the fire. It has the boomerang. It has the size. We can have it explode too. Actually, these would explode very, very nicely. Or would the explosion be better on the laser? I don't know. Longer flight on the energy shards seem good too. Actually, longer flight on the clouds seem a little bit better. And this seems pretty good. So, yeah, you see the explosion hits. That is nice, and it only takes the mana when we hit it, and then yeah, we'll try it like this. I tell you what, when it hit those barrels, it kind of went nuts, man. It kind of went nuts. I do think split on the clouds would be better though. So instead of longer flight, let's do split on this, and we'll do longer flight on these. Do I have a limit on the laser? I suppose that longer flight on here is doable. Yeah, it does go longer. Okay, that's viable too. So that way we can shoot across the room. Oh, crap. Not in love with this interaction and the way it's going. Not in love with the way it feels. Godly, so many bad things here. So many bad things. Ooh. Yeah. To be honest, I hate it. I absolutely hate it. I hate it. I hate it. I hate it. Let's just try to kill this guy. Also, my laser accuracy is terrible because of my berserk. Okay, we got barrel roll, which is another weird one. I like it the way that it was before. It's just, it's too much with the laser. It is too much. So we're gonna do the cloud. We may not do the explosions at all. Sharpshooter. Longer flight is not necessary here. Boomerang is not necessary. Size modifier is not necessary. Split. I think we want split. And we want size, and we want the boomerang on the clouds, just like we had it before. Actually, no, the size up. I guess the split here then, because we had fire on this, which is nice. 50% chance to set an object on fire, dealing damage. It doesn't do any extra mana, which I like. So none of this costs any extra mana except for split, which is fine. Now, barrel roll. Does barrel roll increase flight? Yeah, lifetime 100%. Lifetime instead of boomerang. I do like the speed better on that too. What if I took... What if I... No, first contact hits all the time though. But it only works once. That's the whole thing. It does give me 20 damage flat though. So maybe we take split off, because we still hit pretty rapidly with this. Barrel rolls, we already know, kind of just does that. It kind of just makes it weird. Longer flight would be beneficial here. And then I tell you what, let's swap out the laser. Okay, we got another explosion modifier. Oh no, we have next. Next is interesting too. Now I just make a lot of clouds instead of on hit. Can I afford this is the question. Now you see how the clouds are going around me because I have boomerang on them. I see. Let's try it without boomerang. But they still originate on me, which may not necessarily be good. So I think on hit works better for the clouds specifically. But next is nice. We might have a next right here and then a cloud attached to that. So something else in addition to that for our first might be good. I think I like all of these though. So we keep all of that, I believe. Okay, let's go back here, which we were right there. We didn't need a teleport for that little short distance, but all right, let's see how we do. There are some homing things like I mentioned before. That would be amazing. Okay. Reload time, I think, is what we want out of all of this. Zigzag. All right. Now we're getting into some interesting stuff here. Instead of longer flight, let's see what zigzag looks like. It says projectiles move in a zigzag pattern. Lifetime 50%, speed 20. I mean, it does actually increase the size of the stuff that it takes, which is interesting. Fire. Oh, wait. That's true. I do have barrel roll that I was trying out. I don't know if I want barrel roll or boomerang or longer flight. I think longer flight makes more sense. And I don't know if the size up is necessarily what I need yet. We'll play around with it though. Yeah, I still want to keep all of these for now. And hopefully this isn't the boss. Hopefully I have a couple more rooms left. We do have some shield, but yeah, there we go. So we can upgrade to scrolls, identical scrolls, which we do have, right? I think we do have 2 identical scrolls. So an upgrade seems good here. Better than the money or the passive at this point, I do think. Let's go into here. Okay, I am reloading so fast. And we're making a lot of clouds. I think as far as I'm shooting away, that it makes, oh gosh, it makes a lot of sense to probably do boomerang on the clouds. Will you die? Yeah, the barrel roll is like whatever, but I'm usually kiting, so ooh, stream. Now that's interesting. Stream with next is actually very, very good, I think. So if we did next instead of on hit, and we did the stream here, and it hits, let's find something that we can actually hit. A barrel. There's nothing in here to hit. The upgrade room's over here. Maybe we'll have that option. No. Let's see. The upgrade table, we do have a split, and do we have anything that... We have 2 of anything here? I thought we did. Boomerang, explosion, split, size up. No. No, we don't. We have next. Oh, we have 2 on hits. Thank goodness. Yeah, we do have 2 on hits. Let's use the on hits. And on hit is going to trigger the next projectile hitting something. Triggers the next projectile after hitting something. Triggers the next projectile after hitting something. It also retargets the closest enemy. This is good. Yeah, I am going to take that. All right, so we upgraded that. Thank goodness. We can upgrade multiple things like that, but now we have on hit plus. So these clouds are going to target new enemies and go toward them, which is great. Now barrel roll makes more sense than the boomerang, I think. And for the stream, size up makes sense. Split is mana intensive. Explosion is also mana intensive. Boomerang is also crazy, okay? But this is gonna look wild when we hit something. I just hope that the boss is not next. No, we do have another room to try. Let's try it out and see how the mana holds up. Yeah, look, bro, look. Now this is where the combos start, guys. I have no mana though, like none. None. If we can shoot, But yeah, there's just a little bit too much going on in this build. I will say that the boomerang is actually knocking them back towards me, and that's scary. That's scary. The new targets on stream might work better with the cloud deal. I don't know though. I don't know yet. Yeah, we definitely want to take boomerang off to that. Because it knocks them back towards us. All right, taking boomerang off of there for sure. So if we were to stream cloud, the clouds we still want, we don't want explosions. They cost too much. I don't know if the split is good here. Longer flight is going to be good. Well, that might be good for that too. And size might actually be better here. Do we have, where is size? Size up. Yeah, size up on the streams. And now that might be a little better. And next only goes off when this actually makes contact. Split is still good, I think, here. And boomerang on the clouds is fine because there's no knockback. Okay, and we won't do explosions for it. All right, what else do we have here? Okay, just some meta currency, which is fine. And only explosions that we can switch up. If we get enough mana, explosions are fine. But right now, it's a little bit too intense, huh? Would you agree? Little bit too intense. Oh, baby. This is insane, actually. This feels insane. This feels broken. If we can only afford the mana cost, holy cow. If we can only afford the mana cost. How long does it take to recharge? Only a few seconds. That's actually not terrible. You just have to kind of... When you start hitting stuff in a room like this... If we had a little bit more... If we had a little bit more... Oh, half shield. Very nice. If we had a little bit more guidance with either cloud... You know, that would be so good. Barrel roll seems good. The fire is probably better here. Yeah. I don't know if we need split on the clouds. It does create more clouds, but it also costs a lot more mana. A ton more. So, I think we leave these two off for now. Because it's affordable. It's not quite affordable right now. Going for shop seems very, very good. Even though I really want wisdom, I'm going to go to shop because I need to heal. And let's see how this new... Ouch, god dog it. Let's see how this does. I mean, it hovers there. It hovers there for a little while. Ooh. Tell you what, with the clouds and the streams, it kind of it kind of is hard to track what's going on. It's like the transparency issues in Magicraft, you know? Okay, longer, bigger modifier. Increase size by 50% per second. That's what we want on clouds. That's what we want on clouds. That's incredible. Now clouds are going to be enormous. I really want to keep split. I don't know about explosions, man. Let's swap out explosions, even though it's a good modifier. I think we need something else here. Periodical shot. No, we don't want that. We will swap out of it. Maybe at the shop. Who knows? Okay. Let's go here. Okay, that's a bad guy. God, dog it. Who needs hearts anyway, huh, guys? Okay, I'm out of mana. We need to kill this guy because he is the bane of my existence. I wonder if fire shouldn't be on the streams. Oh, look how big the clouds are. Look how big the clouds are. That's insane. Object on fire, hitting 3 damage every second for 5 seconds. I think it just matters hit, and these things definitely hit more. Barrel roll increases projectile lifetime. So, boomerang. Yeah, all of these are lifetime based. I like that. Okay, and now the shop is down to the left. We only have 1 heart left, but I want to get as much money as possible before going into the shop. Okay, we refill our mana. We just hide out back here for a little while and just let the things work, bro. Let's just let them work. Ooh. Don't die, Z. Don't die before you get to the shop. How embarrassing. Barrel roll modifier. Another one. We are going to swap periodical shot, I think, for ice. Okay. Slows down target for 15 seconds per stack and deals 4 damage on freezes. Bosses can't be frozen and will have resistance to the slowdown effect. Yeah, but an icy stream with fiery clouds seems awesome. Let's go to the shop now. And we gotta heal up because we have a lot of money and no hearts, man. No hearts. Maybe we could get some hearts and some shield. There is a half a heart on sale here. And I don't have any rerolls unlocked on this. Okay, well, we definitely buy this without even thinking about it. Whistle is steers towards enemies in 40 degrees cone and rotates 30 degrees. Piercing. Pierces up to 2 objects, losing 15% damage for each object. On trigger hit. Energy shards. Damage up. And piercing. Damage up is a definite buy, but I think we do it over size here. For this, huh? Damage up over size seems fine. And I would love size on these instead of barrel roll, but lifetime I think is too important. Longer flight is only 20% though, so maybe barrel roll is actually better. Because we already have 1. Do they stack? I suppose that it's going to be 200% lifetime here, right? I really wish that if you looked at the weapon status here, it would show everything that the modifier is, like total lifetime and stuff. But it is what it is. All right, and what are these again? Whistle and piercing. Okay, whistle is steers towards enemies, which does seem good too for this. So instead of zigzag, maybe actually instead of sharpshooter or first contact, this is better. Okay, let us see. So instead of zigzag, we do whistle. So that our energy shards actually hit more often. Okay. Spread, because right now, what we're trying to do is summon clouds. So anything that gives us the ability to summon more clouds, better. Not necessarily at the cost of extra mana, though. Size does that, but I think zigzag is actually better than this too. Spread 10 degrees. It does, maybe we take first contact and we just kill it. Yeah, let's do zigzag plus whistle plus sharpshooter. I mean, we can cast this pretty long. And now all of the clouds are barrel rolling. Look how long they last. This is going to be absolutely awesome for the boss, okay? Let's take up some... Okay, longer flight, I don't want to get rid of. Let's get rid of first contact, and let's get rid of split. First contact for sure. Is it worth selling split? I don't know. 3 max mana and $10. I don't need the money right now. I think we keep it because we have the inventory space. We can always throw it away if we need to, but piercing is fun too, but I am out of spots. And yes, we can get more spots on the weapon, but I don't think that's going to be a big issue right now. I would love to have size. I would love to actually... Maybe we get boomerang off. Maybe we add damage up for this. We keep fire on here. And we do size up for this again. It will hit more stuff. Yeah, the boomerang is nice, but I don't know if it's worth it, man. I really don't. We'll have some stuff to re-roll at the very least, guys. We can actually do that now if we really want to. We can re-roll. Longer flight is only 20%. I'm sorry, you're getting sold or traded in. Energy sphere. Not what we wanted, but it's okay. We weren't using it anyway. And it's boss time. Now, I'll be perfectly honest with you. I don't expect to survive this, but at least we have the combo that we wanted to pull off. I think my combo is good. I think my dodging is bad. So we'll see how this goes. If you're enjoying the video so far, guys, make sure to give me some dap on that like button and subscribe to the channel for more daily roguelike content. I do a lot of Magicraft content. I do Noita content. I do deck builders. I'm doing some classic stuff like Guild of Dungeoneering. And I am having a lot of fun with all of it. I'd love to see you on the channel in the comments and stuff, guys. Okay. Very nice. Very nice, very nice. Okay, these things poison you when they hit, so... Oh! That was close. That was close. My clouds are working overtime, man. Gosh, bruh. He's almost dead. Ooh! We got him, we got him, we got him, we got him, we got him. Oh my god. I did get hit once, but oh, snap, and we are rewarded with Cloud Plus. Look at the mana that it takes. Yikes, man. Yikes, yikes, yikes. But we got Cloud Plus. It is definitely amazing right there. But you know what? How much stream is 10? Cloud is also 10. What if we did icy clouds with fire size up and it triggered to make clouds? Yeah, clouds on hit and next is amazing here. We might not need stream. Actually, what does stream look like if it's just here? The range is pretty terrible, huh? Yeah, the range is pretty terrible. Energy sphere would give me better range, I think, but not as much spray. Energy shards definitely a better way to deliver clouds, man. Definitely a better way to deliver the clouds. Wow, I cannot believe we are still in it. Passive, money, wisdom. Yeah, we definitely go with wisdom here. Definitely go with some wisdom. Okay, defeat all enemies. I should have looked around to see if I could have healed. But for what it's worth, I am doing okay here. These guys seem hard. Yeah. Is there... Oh, there was a healing. Can you imagine if I wouldn't have got that? How mad y'all would have been at me for not going to the healing? If I would have died before going to the healing, that's 50%. For some reason, I started exploring without checking the map. Probably because I was too busy talking and not paying attention. Cloud Plus has an extra modifier spot too. Ooh. Splitting it seems very, very crazy. It seems very mana intensive, but it might be good for this particular, oh yeah, the mana's way too intense, guys. Way too intense. I've been out of mana so long. We already took a damage. Been out of mana so long. But look at the clouds in this room. Just look at the clouds in this room. Hold up. Shrapnel modifier. Creates 3 or 4 shrapnels in a direction, each dealing 2 to 5 damage. That's also an interesting modifier, but not necessarily what I want. We definitely taken split off. Shrapnel takes mana, so that's kind of the same thing. Actually, shrapnel is a little bit cheaper, but I still don't think we need it. Another modifier that gives me lifetime here would be fine, or damage without the cost of mana would be fine. I don't know if boomerang works great here, but I'm gonna do it anyway. And we are going to swap out energy sphere here. We get longer flight. Okay. It is... we just had one and we don't want that. We'll swap longer flight again and we get faster and harder. Another thing that we don't want. All right, don't worry. We're gonna get more opportunities to swap out if we survive. If we survive, we'll get more opportunities to swap out. Ooh, that was close. Yeah, I'm still like very, very low on mana here. Ow, crap. I dodged right into it, man. Dodged right into it. I don't know these guys' patterns, so... Okay, reload time or max mana? That is a big reduction. 20 more mana, though, is probably more necessary. Also, Hand of Greed now. Faster and Harder gets re-rolled to... electricity. Adds a charge hit. Yes. Yes, yes, yes. Instead of boomerang, I think I am going to do electricity here. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. We didn't get the chest, huh? Bat modifier. Has a chance to infect objects. Infection deals 2 damage. Oh my goodness. Well, it said new synergies. What does that mean? New synergies. Electricity. Yeah, we can do bat instead of size here. Because this will do a lot of, well, I think we want something... Damage up. Let's take damage up off for now. And let's do bat. So we got 2 barrel rolls, electricity, bat, and fire. Okay. Okay. Think it's fine, man. I think it's fine. Weapon status is okay. I really don't know what that whole synergies thing is. I mean, I know what synergies are, but I don't know why it would say new synergies available. Maybe it's because that's something in the meta progression. Maybe. Yeah, we definitely can't go there. All right. We have 1 heart going forward. Shop. Yes. We can heal at a shop. I would have loved to take some passives here, guys, but it never presents itself in a way that... Oh. They got traps too. And these things explode. Okay. We lived. I don't see the shop right away. I think I'm gonna trade shrapnel here. We get from me. Makes the projectile shoot from player gun but in the direction of the previous projectile. Interesting. I don't think that does anything for me immediately. Got that healer boy over there. Just suck some gas, dude. Suck some fort clouds. Can't believe I'm gonna win this run with fort clouds alone, bruh. I mean, it's a fort cloud delivery mechanism. Wave. Projectile moves in a wave path, lifetime 50%. Hold on. So the zigzag gives lifetime and speed. Huh. Lifetime added instead of barrel roll, but barrel roll, yeah, I don't think we swapped that out. Yeah. Yeah, wave might be better for instead of zigzag, right? Let's look. It's different, but zigzag we keep because we do get more projectile speed with it. Interesting, for sure. All right, heal me, baby. 2 half hearts. I will take them. Thank you. All right, another split plus modifier. Are you crazy? We gave away our other split. Another cloud projectile. Delayed shot. Trigger the next projectile after 0.3 seconds and 0.6 seconds. Explosion mod and longer flight. And this is split plus, yeah. I think I take cloud here only because I can turn it into another cloud if we get the chance to upgrade. New synergies, see? How it just said that new synergies thing? I wonder what cloud on cloud on cloud would do. I mean, oh yeah, you see, it's weird. It's very weird. I mean, when they hit, bruh. But yeah, yeah, we definitely don't want clouds on from me. So I think we are fine when getting rid of that. Let's get some max mana here. Wave. I think I'm gonna get rid of split here. Boomerang is okay. Energy shards I'm not gonna use. Oh, can't sell a projectile that is part. Oh no, wow, I almost. Thank goodness it did that because I was about to sell energy shards. I am not using stream right now. That's not to say I wouldn't. If we were to take this away. Yeah, without Pierce, stream seems kind of sucky, to be honest. Pierce would make it pretty good, but I'd have to get closer to him as well. I think I give up stream. Okay, the boomerang. 100 lifetime is good. Maybe we trash the boomerang too. Okay, we got a lot of max mana, guys. A lot of max mana. We still have some abilities for upgrades. Delayed shot plus. I just don't think it's as good. Yeah, we're gonna stay away from those. Okay. Well, now the only thing that we haven't done is this way. The only room that we haven't done. Oh, these things come at bad angles, man. Bad angles. The good thing about this build too is once you do your barrage, you can go hide. You can just go hide and everything is fine again. Okay, we already went here. It's time to go next. I wonder if this is boss. No. We can upgrade. We can upgrade our cloud. I think that's what we do. We go for the cloud upgrade. And we're gonna have cloud plus on triggers. Which seems good. It's gonna be a little bit more mana intensive too, but just think, bruh. We're gonna have another modifier that we can add for elemental effects or damage or any of that stuff if we actually get through it. Okay. One guy left. Well, the poison just killed him. We got delayed shot. I think we can swap that. We get Prototype A, which is a rocket that fires and explodes on hit, dealing damage to enemies in a 2-meter radius. May fall apart when moving over 20 meters. Damage 12. Oh. Let's get rid of sharpshooters so it has room to go. Yeah. Oh, that's... Look how slow, man. Look how slow. It's interesting. I think a rocket run would be a lot of fun, but it's not practical for this at all. Let's go look at upgrades. And, you know, we got to take Cloud out for a moment so that we can actually upgrade this. Cloud, yep, there it is. There it is. And I wonder if you can't upgrade plus spells, right? It says 0 items required. I don't know if you can get a plus in this game. I really don't. But now we have Cloud Plus and Cloud Plus, which is nuts. And now we can put the damage modifier on one of the clouds too, which is great. So the only thing that we have now to re-roll is the rocket. Do we have any greed hands? No, we don't. Maybe we'll find another one, get something that we can upgrade before we leave. I don't know. That would be ideal. Okay, I'm all the way out of mana. All the way out of mana. Kill that guy. You making way too much mess down there, bro. You gotta go. Scattered energy. Scatters the energy in many projectiles with short range and maybe hit something. Damage is really low on this. I mean... Huh. That's an interesting weapon too. Not what I want, but very, very interesting. I will swap the rockets out first though. This is, yeah, scattered, no. Prototype A is what we want. And we swap it out to gravity. Orbits around the spawn point at combat radius and ignores collisions with walls. Lifetime 200%, speed 20. Holy crap. Holy crap. What an insane modifier. Yes. Which is going to keep summoning these. But this has the bat and the electricity. Maybe gravity actually goes on this instead of barrel roll. So these, yeah. I think that's what we want. So bat, electricity, and yeah. Yeah, this is better. I like this. All right. We'll try this out. Next is this room. Last room. Very nice. That seemed pretty easy. First contact, we can get rid of that for sure. And we got on hit. On hit can be very good. On hit can be very good. If we end up expanding the wand anymore, it will be good. We've gone through all of these rooms already. Unfortunately, nothing that I can... Oh wait, I do have a second damage up, or did I just imagine? I could actually do barrel roll here. Hold tight. We can do barrel roll. On cloud, barrel roll. Oh, is it not here? Yeah, barrel roll here. Oh. 0 items required, barrel roll. Oh, that we can't upgrade that? Apparently not. Yeah, it doesn't have a barrel roll plus. That's unfortunate. That's unfortunate. Okay, it's alright though. It's alright. Yeah, it's okay. We do have on hit instead of next, which is actually interesting, but no, I like the amount of clouds that we have now, so I think it's fine. Let's go to the last room. We can do wisdom. Yes, more mana regen or another spell slot would be very interesting too. Okay, just hide for a little while. Hide for a little while. Okay, yeah, back into the other room, please. Uh-oh, not this room. There's nowhere to hide, basically. Okay, we did good. Let us swap scattered energy. Well, let's keep the projectile just in case. Well, on hit is very good too. I'm not gonna swap anything here. All of these are okay enough to keep. Yeah, they're okay enough to keep. We go down from here. Get out of this corner. Beautiful. Okay, no chest in here. I keep pressing tab for the map, and that is not the way to access the map. M is for map. Old habits, man. Muscle memory of other games that I play a lot. Okay. I will say the build is coming online. Increase mana regen per second. Should we... should we... get one more projectile slot for the wand? I think the smart thing to do is mana regen, bro. I really do. I really do. As much as I want to build a broken wand, this is broken. This is pretty broken as it is. And I am just not... Ooh, another fire. That's good. Do we want it over... another barrel roll? Maybe. Increase size by 50% per second. Is it better to just have fire on here? Barrel roll. I mean, size is pretty darn good too. Let's do size on that. And we'll try it like this. I don't know if that's as good. It would be nice to have energy shards plus here. But it is what it is. And yeah, I think we'll get rid of scattered energy. Now that we made the decision to go mana, Echo has a 15% chance to create one more projectile. No. No, no, no. I don't think so. Another gravity. Oh my goodness. Another gravity. So instead of barrel roll, we do gravity on this one. And now we have 2 barrel rolls that we can roll out of because we know we can't upgrade them. And we get a boomerang. All right. Now we're rinsing and repeating now. But maybe it'll give us the option to combine some stuff. Well, that is if we live through the boss fight. Get ready, you guys. Get ready, get ready, get ready. Do we want to change anything here? Sharpshooter, spread damage, zigzag modifier. What if I just go damage up right here? 100%, 50%. Gravity, fat. Yeah, let's try it like this. More damage on the projectiles, and it's a big old mushroom, a rock mushroom. Canonotia? Muscratia? What? I don't know. I don't know. Okay, we're out of mana. We're refilling fast, though. We made some hard decisions to make that happen. So far, pretty easy to dodge. Is he just dead? Oh my goodness. Cloud's OP. You have to wait. What? What? Stream Plus. Bro, I can't believe. Flawless Wizard. Okay, hold on. Because we beat it without getting hit, we could have gotten these upgrades for every boss like this, by the way. Increase max health by a half heart and heals and increases max mana by 25. We could have been upgrading our wizard every single time if we would have been doing that. If we would have been killing bosses without getting hit. I don't know what the whole weight thing was all about, but it looks like we won the run. Run length 1 hour 11 minutes 6 seconds. Earned wisdom 90. Earned ink 10. Really good meta progression stats here. If we look at number 2 on gather wisdom, you can see that we can get reroll items in the shop, which is insane. Grants access to a hidden room. Don't know what that means. Enemies will drop mana orbs on death. Good, but good for multiple wave enemies. Multiple wave rooms, I'll say. You have a chance to get one more swap scroll token after clearing a room. This is pretty good for rerolls as well, but I think rerolling the shop is very good. And then more is definitely the next upgrade I will be getting. Then if we take a look at Papa, the Dazpain's mentoring, we have 100 of these things to use. I think that mana regen, shield is actually pretty good too, but mana regeneration is probably where it's at, or max mana, because you want to be able to do as much damage as possible. Bonus first damage 20% is okay. Reload time is also good and very cheap, but I think I would go for either start shields or mana regen. Honestly, mana regen is probably where it's at, or max mana, one of these. 2 per second is not a big deal for 150, but it adds up over time. You got to think that you're constantly using it to reload. So other than that, guys, that was the run. We didn't take 20 damage per run, so we didn't unlock this last class, but if you haven't checked this out yet on Steam, it's got 55 positive, very positive reviews. It's fairly low. It's not very known. It's not a very popular game, but it's not a super huge ton of content, but I think it's like $5. And it's pretty darn fun if you like spellcrafting or weapon crafting games. If you did enjoy the video, guys, make sure to give me some dap on that like button. Check out the series, my Magicraft series and my Noida series if you like spellcrafting games. And I got a bunch of other videos on the channel, so you can definitely find something you like. I'd love to see you subscribe, and of course your comments below. Thanks so much for watching. As always, this is Uljan signing off. We'll see you next time.